What are you doing? What are you doing? Scalding. Welcome to the stream. We're gonna get rolling here pretty soon. Gonna get some warm-up sets in. Plan is to do an upper body workout. So get the arms roasted, get some chest and back in. What are you doing? Sorry, my dog is doing her thing. Hey, you're gonna knock this thing over. I just know it. I just know it. I can tell. Oh, welcome. Like the stream, just double tap if you would. We're gonna get an upper body workout in. Feeling a little bit low energy today, but that's okay. At least let me know. I'm wearing an earbud this time because I feel like when I would walk away, hey, no, it's too loud. Sorry about that. When I'd walk away, it was hard to hear me in the other streams because I wasn't wearing an earbud. So if this is a little bit better and you can actually hear it, that'd be a good improvement. Just here, chilling out with my dog. She incessantly puts the ball underneath the lawnmower and then gets frustrated that she can't get it readily. Double tap the screen, whatever. If you haven't already, that'd be awesome. Just gonna get some warm up sets in, and then we'll get into the actual working sets. If you've been here before, you know how this rolls. Still relatively new, only about a week of streaming, so it's been good so far. All right, first warm up set in. She's already given up. Look at this. Have you given up? Have you given up already? She's like, nah, bro, I'm out. Are you out? You out? I don't know about you guys, but it's been a long day. A long Wednesday. Feels like it should be the weekend by now. You do like chilling out, don't you? My workout buddy. All right. Thanks, Aiden. Gonna get another warm up set in for triceps. Probably superset this stuff so we can get the show on the road reasonably quickly. Not have to take forever to do this workout. I'm gonna start knocking through these warm ups. Elbow's feeling good today, which is not typical. Usually it's feeling bad. All right. If you haven't liked the stream already, just double tap. We're gonna superset some biceps and triceps to start. What's up, Z? Welcome to the stream. Just superset some biceps and triceps to start. Knock out some of these warm-ups and then get rolling into the actual working sets. UF. I don't know what that means, Z. Explain what you mean. Thanks for joining the stream now. We're just gonna do 8 of these to get more or less warm. Ooh, we're not gonna go much higher than that for the working sets. That was good. The method, you form. Still not sure. Sorry. The method for warming up. What's up, Natalie? Welcome to the stream. Like it if you haven't already. That'd be awesome. If you haven't been here before, method for warming up is 30 rep max. It's kind of hard to approximate. 30 rep max for 12 reps, 20 rep max for 8 reps, and your 10 rep max for 4 reps. So the last warm up, I kind of usually get through. What's up, Boogeyman? Welcome back. You think you know me? Maybe. Debbie. Hey, welcome. I think I remember you, Debbie, from the guitar stream, actually. If I remember right. I think we finally hit on a Nirvana song for a song request. Z, I'm the eccentric scientist. Welcome to the stream, guys. Tap the screen twice. I've heard that likes it. Yes. Wow. Amazing. Yeah. Cool. I thought I was right, but I wasn't totally sure. We're instead of doing guitar, we're getting a workout in today. Just getting the warm-up sets in, and then we'll get into it. Going for 8 here-ish. Really, you're just trying to get the joints nice and moving, everything lubricated, make sure all the creaks are out and looking good. What's up, Natalie? I was hoping to see you again. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Welcome. I remember your guitar stream, Boogeyman. Nice. That was fun. It was a good time. We did one a couple nights ago, actually. It was like a 2-hour stream. It was really fun. I remember everybody in here so far. Like the stream if you haven't already. Just double tap it, and we're gonna get rolling. All right. For the last warm-up set, and then I think this will be my working weight. It feels heavy enough where I think, yeah, that'll be the working weight. All right. Last superset warm-up, and then we're gonna get rolling with the working sets. All right. I think we're gonna go with 50 on the working sets here. All right. Feeling pretty good. Usually the elbows are a little bit creaky to start out with. Sorry I did not join your guitar stream. I was late 2 times. That's okay, Natalie. No big deal. Boogeyman, you're subscribed. Awesome. I've been trying to schedule the streams lately. I don't know if that's helpful at all, but somebody said that they get notified when I schedule the stream. So I scheduled this one, went live, and then it totally messed up. So I had to nuke it and start over. So, oh well, that's how it goes. All right, let's get a working set in. Generally, my recommendation for resting in between sets depends on what you're trying to do. If you're going for strength or building muscle hypertrophy, it's going to differ a little bit. Strength, you're going to have to rest way longer because you're doing way fewer reps on your sets. But generally for hypertrophy, it's usually about 1 to 2 minutes. But the real guidance is make sure that your cardiovascular is back, so you're not breathing super heavy. You can be breathing heavier than normal. If you didn't do sets when you're breathing heavier than normal, I feel like you would get really bored, and it would take forever to do. So breathing more or less normally, maybe a little bit above, Antagonistic muscles aren't going to limit the lift. So that's if you're, working out your quads. Maybe your hamstrings are involved too because they're antagonistic. Make sure that those aren't limiting it. Really, the big one is going to be if you're doing like lat pull downs, your grip is going to give out a lot of times. And so just something to keep in mind. If your grip is giving out, your forearms are burning on lat pull downs. You want those to essentially feel recovered. And then your target muscle should be pretty strong. So here we go. First working set. So this week I'm going to 3 reps in reserve. So that's for those of you that may not know, that's RIR, which is concentric failure is this movement right there. That's the concentric for the bicep. This is the eccentric. The goal is to get a good concentric going and control that eccentric and really let it burn on the way down for sure. Anywhere between 5 and 30 reps, if you're going to close to failure, is going to be good. All right. That stretch, Dr. Mike Israetel from Renaissance Periodization calls it collecting the coins on the way down. So instead of, you fail going on your concentric, instead of just going, oh, wow, I finished. Like, get your concentric up and then really fight it on the way down. That's collecting your muscle growth on the way down, as he says. So let's get it. Oops, I didn't change the weight here. I'm gonna go a little bit higher. Same sort of deal here. That's the concentric right here. This is the eccentric. And this is really good. I love this exercise because there's so much tension on the eccentric. As the muscle lengthens, you really stimulate your triceps. Again, we're going for 3 reps in reserve. That's pretty close. Welcome to the stream. If you haven't already, start downloading the freaking push-ups. I don't know what you mean. We're not doing push-ups. We're doing curls and tricep push-downs. No. Respect the hustle, Brian. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining the stream. If you haven't liked the stream already, go ahead, just double tap the screen. Like the title says, we're going to go through a upper body workout. We're going to superset biceps and triceps. We're going to do some crossbody cable lateral raises for the shoulders. Probably some deficit push-ups for the chest because my rotator cuffs are still terrible. I injured them a couple months ago. Injured one a couple months ago, and this one's been bad since high school. So, yo, Natalie, take it easy. We gotta take a metered approach to the workout. Make sure we're wrapping our head around it. And then probably for back, we'll do some, I don't know, maybe either lat pull downs or possibly lat prayers. If you guys haven't done lat prayers before, it's a cool movement. I have a bar right here on a cable, and you're essentially, you're bent over, and as you push down this way, you're activating your back, your lats, and as you come up, you can kind of bend over further, so then you come up a little bit. Really good contraction in your lats. It's a good time. So, all right, here we go. Set 2 for the biceps. Rude? How is that rude? You're the one typing in all caps. If you haven't liked the stream already, go ahead, give it a double tap on the screen. I've heard that likes the stream for me. All right. All right. So that was not that many reps. As long as it's over 5, that's my goal. But because I feel better usually with my arms, I get more reps. It feels better for me. I'm going to drop the weight on the next set. You typically want a pyramid down in weight, not up, generally. Although there, I'm sure, are exceptions. All right. If you're chilling out, feel free to drop a comment, say hello, tell me how your day's going in the stream. And if you have any questions, I'm not the oracle. I've been lifting for about a year. Didn't know a lot of stuff, but I certainly don't know everything. So if you have questions we can maybe have a dialogue about, feel free to drop them below. We had a lot of good conversation recently about dieting and fat loss. A few really good questions about how to find your maintenance calories, how to create a deficit, what sort of deficit you should create, setting proper goals instead of just saying, hey, I want to lose weight. Actually saying, hey, this is my weight currently, and my target weight is X weight. Setting goals that are more achievable and specific than just saying, I want to lose weight. Because really, a fat loss phase condition should be temporary, more or less. You don't want a fat loss phase into eternity. You'll fail at it, or you'll be incredibly miserable because you'll be in a deficit all the time. You'll waste away. It's not a good thing. So if you're at a certain weight, step on the scale, grab that weight, and then set a target for yourself. Hey, I'm 190. I want to be 170. That's an achievable thing. Instead of just saying, oh, I guess I got to lose weight because I don't know, culture told me to. Who knows? Pull ups and behind blue eyes at the same time. Behind blue eyes. What is positive troll? Welcome back. What are behind blue eyes? Tell me. Gonna drop the weight by 5. But yeah, like I said, happy to talk about fat loss phases or a little bit of massing phases. It's a song, pull ups and behind blue eyes at this. Oh, because the exercising in the guitar videos, clever, very clever. Positive troll. I should have known. It sounds like a song name. Maybe that'll be my first short. Is doing somehow doing exercises and playing guitar at the same time. I guess I'd have to do leg extensions. And all right, it's on the bucket list. All because of you. With these curls, you'll notice instead of curling to here and curling kind of behind my back, or even like this, I keep my elbows in front of me because that keeps a ton of tension on my target muscle, which for me right now is the bicep. So by keeping them in front of me, even at the bottom, there's a lot of tension, which appears from a lot of the most recent data studies that they've done. That stretch is really growth promoting. Oh no, man. Woo. I had to drop it even more. Feel strong. Feet strong. Feet strong. I don't know what that means. My dog is having an existential crisis that I won't get her ball out that she dropped underneath the mower there. It is hot. Hot. All right, 45. We're going to go One more. Like I said, generally you want to push it hard in your set. If you're just doing your set, you do your curls and you're like, cool, I'm done. Throw the weights down and you're like, that was my set. It could be better. It's going to be harder, but it could be better. You can approximate getting close to concentric muscular failure with kind of two things, maybe three things. One is your concentric slows down if you're doing a curl. It's going to be hard to get it up there, right? You're getting close to total failure. Two is your eccentric quickens. So that's not being able to control it as well on the way down. And then three is like some people can just like grind it out and their concentric and eccentric speed doesn't change, but you know they're trying because their face is all contorted and they're really giving it, and then they just hit a wall. So those are kind of the three things that I use to approximate failure for sets. And generally, you want to go between 0 and 3 reps in reserve. So that's an approximation, right? This week, I'm doing 3 reps in reserve because if you guys joined last week, you know that I pretty much left my guts all over the floor doing 0 reps in reserve because over time, I do a progression week over week over week where I go 3 reps in reserve, 2 reps in reserve, 1 rep in reserve, and then 0. It's typically a 4-week progression. And then the next week is a deload. So that's just kind of the general guidance there. It should be difficult. If you're trying to build muscle, if you're in the gym, you might as well. And so it's got to be hard to get through your set. Don't just half-ass it and then go, well, I guess I went to the gym. I mean, you can, I guess, personal choice, but not recommended. So if you haven't already liked the stream, just double tap. It's super free for you. Hello. Let's see. Let's do. Is Florida the worst state in the U.S.? Absolutely. Nah, there's worse. All right. Just put a poll in. Feel free to vote in the poll. I'm going to grab a drink real quick. We'll get one more set in. Actually, let's get the sets in, and then I'll grab a drink, and we'll move on to Justin back. Actually, we'll do shoulders first. Vote in the poll if you haven't already. Okay. Talia, hello. You guys haven't voted in the poll yet? Oh, there's worse. Whoever voted first says that there's worse than Florida. I would love to know the reason. I'm doing good. Happy to watch you a lot. I wish you happiness. Right back at you. All right. We're going to do the last set of triceps, get into some crossbody cable lateral raises for the shoulders. Hey. If you haven't liked the stream already, double tap, please. That'd be awesome. And if you're feeling like really generous, I'm trying to build up the dumbbell rack so that it has more weights. Um, and so in the description of this live, there is a link to a buy me a coffee that I set up. So if you're struggling to pay your bills or you're really stressed, stream frozen. Well, let's see. Hang on. Trying to get my camera back. Well, that's cool. Question, can you guys see me? Because I cannot, it looks like the camera is off here. Give me one sec. Oh, we're back. All right, I don't know. I don't know what that was. What was I gonna say? Oh, the, am I back, Tala? I'm not sure. I was saying, the buy me a coffee. Um, if you're, thanks, Sophia, appreciate it. If you're struggling to pay bills for the month, don't contribute to buy me a coffee. Put it towards your bills. And if you're feeling stressed out about finances or you have rigorous goals, put it to a 401k instead. You know, just don't worry about it. But if you're like feeling flush or something, just drop $5 in to buy me a coffee. It's not too bad. All right, let me get rigged up um, for side lateral raises here. Going about hand position there. Good. Glad the picture looks good. Welcome to the stream. If you're just passing through, go ahead and vote in the poll if you haven't already. Is Florida the worst state in the United States? I'm sorry if any of you are from Florida. I won't render an opinion on this one, even though I definitely have one. All right, let's get some warm-ups in, and we'll get it rolling. Just trying to get the shoulders warm. Make sure getting all the creaks out. I got a nasty rotator cuff on the left side, so I got to make sure that everything's copacetic. Before we get into the working sets here. All right. Opposite side. What you doing? My dog is just staring at me. All right. Nice warm up in. All right. So we got 5 votes so far. Florida is absolutely the worst state in the United States so far, with 6 votes in. How can it be? Oh, so we got four votes for and 2 against, saying there's worse. For those of you that voted, there are worse states in the Union, in the United States. I would love to know which states you feel like are worse than Florida. All right. Let's get a working set in, get it rolling. I just have acceptance of positive. I wish you happiness from my heart. Sorry, I will leave now. That's all right, Tala. No big deal. Enjoy the rest of your day. All the best to you. Hey. Oh man, nope, that's it. On the 15s, I feel like I gas out really fast. Thanks for your classy taste. I've never been accused of that, but I'll take it. Oh, 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 oh. All right, we got 7 votes. It's not looking good for Florida people. It's not looking good. I'm gonna grab a drink. Be right back. If you're on a fat loss phase, maybe you're trying to cut or you're just trying to lose weight, generally, zero sugar products, especially the non-caffeinated ones, are huge because obviously, what it sounds like, there's there are no calories in these. A couple zero products do have calories. I think they're more zero sugar than anything, so got to watch out for that. Like a Mountain Dew, a Diet Mountain Dew has like 10 calories. It's kind of hilarious. But if you're truly looking to zero out your calories for that, just take a look at that. But they're a really good product if you're trying to do a fat loss phase, trying to lose weight, just in general. Um, Drinking your zero products because you're going to be hungrier if you're keeping track of your calories and you're purposely in a caloric deficit. You're just going to be hungrier more often. That's just the nature of the beast. So your meals might be slightly smaller. There are definitely strategies that we can talk about to offset some of that hunger. Really, it's going to be intentionality about what you're eating in between. Um, but if you're in a deficit, these zero products are awesome. But like I said, watch out for the caffeinated versions because you may find yourself being really hungry, trying to substitute, not go over your calories for the day, and you chug a Coke Zero, which is fantastic, but it has like, I don't know, almost a cup of coffee worth of caffeine in it, and you chug that at 8 o'clock. That's not a good thing for your bed. Elena, congratulations. That's awesome. That's huge. Did you guys set a wedding date yet? You should tell him that by the time the wedding rolls around, he has to squat more than you. Just kidding. Don't do that. He might get cold feet, which you don't want for obvious reasons. Congrats, though. You said we'll wait until I graduate college. Cool. That's awesome. That's exciting. Wedding planning, I'm sure, is uh, quite the task. Some people go all out for their weddings. Oh man, that hurts already. Oh man, that's it. Some people go all out for their weddings, make it massive. Some people don't have a wedding at all. They just go elope somewhere. and everything in between. Here we go. Whew. Just roll on through, give the stream a like for me. That'd be great. And vote in the poll. We're trying to decide if Florida's the worst state in the U.S. What's up, Lucas? Lucas? Um, I'm not a trainer. I do train though. Maybe one day. I've considered it, but I feel like I need way more years of lifting. I've only been lifting for a year, so I don't want to presume that I could ever teach somebody how to lift, although I do know quite a bit. Um, but maybe one day, make it a side gig, right? It's already stressful. We already choosing to get married in the Air Force Academy Chapel only because I'm going in the Air Force after I commission. Cool. I live in Florida. It's terrible. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Elena. We're not trying to diss on Florida. But yeah, Florida. It's Florida. That's awesome. Thanks for serving, Elena. That's much appreciated. Luke, it is, if I can call you that, Lucas, it is my gym. It's my garage. So I've got a functional trainer, 2 sides cable, and a power rack with weight storage on the back. It's taken me 7 years to work up to this point. And then I got kind of a half rack of dumbbells. I'm trying to get people to donate to my buy me a coffee, which I'm calling Buy Me a Dumbbell Fund, as long as they have extra cash, not if you're struggling to pay bills. If there's any bill struggle or stress, get the heck out of here with donations to my Buy Me a Dumbbell Fund. Study group, guess that's what you get when you're a triple major. Jeez, Elena. Yep, get it. Thanks for joining though. Congrats. That's awesome. Oof. This is cross body lateral raise. Controlling the eccentric, putting a lot of stretch on the muscle on the the end of it. But, it's really good. It looks great. I don't like public gyms. I want private. Yeah, man, me too. I'll go. I travel a lot for work, so I've thought about paying for like a Planet Fitness Black, but it's like $25 a month, which isn't terrible, obviously, but it'd be kind of nice to not have to worry about like one-time fees and all that. So yeah. Anyways, what up, Zach? Welcome, Elena. You don't know what you're talking about. Florida isn't terrible. I mean, she lives there, so I major in 3+3 accelerated law program, psychology, and African American studies with family. That's amazing. I'm glad there are incredibly motivated people in the world. That's awesome. Zach, how you doing? Just getting the upper body in. About halfway through. Woo, it's burning. Atlanta, I didn't even know a triple major was a thing. I knew a double major was. All right, nope, that's it. We're going 3 reps in reserve. Try to keep that in mind. Then move. Yeah, I mean that's fair. It's not as easy. Easier said than done. Trying to get another reach. What up, Kenny? Welcome to the stream. If you haven't liked the stream already, just double tap. That'd be awesome. We're getting an upper body in. My fiance told me no. Ooh. Yeah, those partner negotiations can be rough. We've evened the scales 50-50. Oh, Florida is now, oh, we got 18 votes. Florida is now not the worst state in the union. Naz, well, I hope you're good. Trouble's back. Did you enjoy your weekend trip away? Welcome back, Naz. I did. I had a wonderful time. And I'm happy to be back home, working out in the home gym. 4 days off was enough. Getting back into it. Welcome back. Thanks for joining. Frowny face, hi. Keep up the good work. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. I think California is the worst state. Interesting take. I've spent probably about almost 3 months of living time in California for my job, and I would very respectfully disagree that California is the worst state. But to each their own. My boyfriend lives in Romania and wants me to move, and maybe one day I will. I've always heard really good things about Romania. I had a good friend in college, and he grew up in Romania, and he loves it. Arms look pumped. Naz just got done with biceps, triceps, and then we got one more set of delts, and then we'll move on to chest and back to round it out. So that's the goal. That's exactly. My scholarship is here, so I have to stay. That's what happens when you have a contract with the Air Force. Yeah, something about the armed forces doesn't scream flexible. I think generally they just want you to do what they want you to do. Naz, what did you get up to this weekend? Oh, what am I doing here? You should weigh in, Naz. Do you know if Florida, being our UK representative, is Florida the worst state of the US? Have you been? Hades, what's up, brother? How was the first day of high school? Did you crush it? Whew. Oh. The worst thing about Florida is the alligators and the weird news stories. I have personally had, I've only spent a few weeks in Florida, and I have personally had more weird shit happen in Florida, to me, personally, than any other state of the union combined. So I'm a little bit biased, I guess. So it looks like people disagree, which I love. 19 votes in Florida so far is not the worst, according to this gang. To the Marine Corps, nice. Weekend was great. It was Monday bank holiday in England, so I had a long weekend. Yo, those bank holidays add up, don't they? Sometimes I'm a little jealous of the. Is it all of the UK or is it just England that does bank holidays? Just seems like in my professional life, with the people from the UK I've worked with, they're pretty heavy on the bank holidays. Ugh. 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 Oh man, this is supposed to be 3 reps in reserve, and that's not good. Call happy news. Maybe my weekend was great. It was pretty interesting. I was pretty lost, huge building, but I made it through half day tomorrow, then 4-day vacation. Cool. That's awesome, Hades. Congrats on making it through the first day. England, Scotland have bank holidays. Okay. How many days do you work as a scientist? That's a good question. I would say it's It's pretty much 5 days. I don't usually work weekends. Every once in a while, I'll crack the laptop on a weekend, but not very much. Zach, save me! I might have to make you a mod just for this. Happens every stream, every single stream. Um, just coming in hot every time. Yeah, so as I work pretty much just 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Yeah. What do you guys do? I don't think I've ever asked. I know some of you are in high school, some of you are in college, some of you are out of college, some of you just work out for a living. I don't know. He's very private when it comes to his love life. Yeah, that's true, more or less. I think pretty much, yeah, most of the streams, FedEx warehouse. Zach doing God's work over there. My company contracts with FedEx, and it's a massive company. And so I have FedEx stuff shipped all the time to my place. I probably get, I don't know, between 2 and 5, maybe even 7 shipments of FedEx per week. So hats off. I appreciate it. Lots of people looking for a relationship, apparently. Jason P. Cook. Sick. What's your favorite thing to make, Jason? Love to know. Why don't you do I can't talk. Why don't you do 10 jumping jacks? Because I don't want to. Sorry, I'm feeling snarky today. I'm just, I mean, I posted a poll question about if Florida is the worst state in the union, so you had to know that is coming. Did bicep curls, superset it with tricep pushdowns, just did crossbody lateral raises for the shoulders. We're going to get some deficit push-ups in, and maybe, I don't know, we might do some rows, change it up, or lat press, one of the two for back. That's probably helped me lose 40 pounds, but I don't usually have to lift too heavy stuff. Most is pretty light. Yeah, nice. Zach, with your question the other day, it really got me thinking. You asked, more tips for losing belly fat. You said you had a Planet Fitness membership, and it was interesting because a podcast showed up. I was working at a lab this afternoon, and I had a podcast in, and it auto played, and it was really fascinating because it was essentially the title was what was it? Don't count on cardio to increase your deficit. Essentially, like people try to lose fat, and so they go and crush cardio. And kind of for the reasons I said, like we'll do Stairmaster for 45 minutes and then go home and eat 2 cookies, wipes out a whole hell session of Stairmaster. Kind of a similar idea to that. But one of the things I was going to say about your job in particular, if it's really active, one of the things that really adds up over the course of a day is called NEAT. And that's non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Just a real fancy way of saying anything that you do that's not this stuff. That's literally walking around, that's sitting in your car and tapping your leg. They actually have done studies with people that are more twitchy, and people that like bounce their leg throughout the day have a higher caloric burn throughout the day than people who don't do those ticks, because that's all part of NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So it just kind of interesting, if you take that, which includes everything non-exercise related. So if you're walking from one belt to another to get boxes on board or whatever it may be, that is all going to add up to essentially giving yourself more runway for, hey, my calories burned are higher. And so, that helps me create a deficit. So, smoked food, Jason, awesome. I think I've only had, like, outside of barbecue, like smoked barbecue, smoked salmon maybe is my go-to there. Zach, I gave soda up and lost 60 pounds. Woo! Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, one of these cans of non-zero soda, 120 calories. You drink 2 or 3 of those a day. 300 calories over the course of 3 months, if you're in a surplus at just 300 calories, is going to add up to, like, a 0.5% maybe even a percent of your body weight per week of gains. Just giving up stuff like soda. I know, Zach, you said you gave up, what was it, sweets and cheese? Cheese isn't bad. It's just really calorically dense. Like if you get a wheel of brie and you're just eating that, that's hundreds of calories in like just a few bites. When I was in middle school in chubby, I tried to lose weight like that, but it didn't help much. Yeah, exactly. Been promoting your channel in my school. Thinking about making a shirt or poster saying sub to test. G. G. That's hilarious. That's awesome. Garrett said, I do drink lemon a lot there. But you have to do a lot of non-exercise thermogenesis activities to burn calories that show a significant difference. I would say the answer is yes and no. So, the difference between somebody that walks 7,000 steps in a day or 12,000 steps in a day is going to be, probably a couple hundred calories, which doesn't sound like a lot. And if you're just like crushing down a bunch of Oreos, it's not a lot. But if you give a 200 to 300 calorie margin just by upping your steps by a few thousand steps, that's just going on one walk extra a day. Or if you don't walk at all, you just introduce a walk, after dinner time or whatever, chill out. That can make the difference of 200 to 300 calories. It does add up for sure. Yep. I'm not looking for a relationship because I'm on another continent. I just gave a funny compliment. Appreciate that. All right. Lucas sounds Polish or Czech. I'm going to say Polish. Yeah, kind of does. Kind of true. If you haven't liked the stream already, give it a double tap. That'd be awesome. And if you're like Hades, you're going to make a shirt or something. Cool. All right. So we have people defending Florida. 23 votes. 65% of those are saying there are worse states in the union. Croatian. Cool. I know you spoke about this, but any tips of sleeping positions if you have biceps tendonitis? Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know if... So what aggravates tendonitis generally would be things that cause inflammation. And that sounds really dumb. Like, yeah, of course, biceps tendonitis is inflammation of your biceps tendon, right? And so it sounds obvious. But then you have to think, what are the things that cause inflammation? Most people, in terms of like relative effect, your diet's not going to have that big of an effect. I know people are like, avoid inflammatory foods. And like, yeah, maybe for a very small population of people, some foods are highly inflammatory. Those are the outliers. Like most everybody else isn't going to get inflamed by eating, I don't know, like a steak or drinking some milk, right? Like the vast majority of people fall in the bell curve where they're not really inflamed by food. So I wouldn't worry too much about that unless you've really positively identified, hey, when I eat this, holy crap, like my joints don't feel good, my tendonitis flares up really bad, stuff like that. So I'm not saying it doesn't have any effect, but the effect is probably on the margins. And so maybe not something that you should really freak out about. The other thing is just going to be like the movements that require the tendon to be used during a muscular contraction, right? I have biceps tendonitis as well, Naz. So that inserts real deep. If you ever have biceps tendonitis, man, it's like you can point to it. It's like it's in there, like deep, like halfway. If you were to split my shoulder, it's like right back here and right here, right? That's where your tendon inserts. And so I'm a side sleeper personally. So I have issues, especially because I messed up my rotator cuff recently. I have issues where I'll sleep on my side and I always keep one hand under my head. What is this doing to the bicep, right? Well, I mean, it's a relaxed state, but it's still the kind of a little bit of a contraction of your bicep. So if you have a particular problem with the bicep, it's probably best to just let it hang, just keep it loose. To be honest, way more effective than a different sleep position is going to be resting it and then rehabilitating it. Those are going to be the biggest ones. So just giving it time for that inflammation cycle to come down. If you don't, and you're just like, I'm going to grind through, man, good for you, but then you'll develop tendinopathy. I know because I have it in my rotator cuff from years of pitching and not treating it. And that's a more difficult thing to treat than just tendinitis. Tendinitis is use-related inflammation of your tendons. Tendinopathy is just a cycle of it being inflamed. So you want to bring that inflammation down. You could do a short course of NSAIDs like Advil. Talk to your doctor about it, not a medical professional. 200 to 600, maybe 800 milligrams of Advil to help with that inflammation. If you have to, maybe 2 doses a day over the course of, 1 to 3 days, something like that, to just get the inflammation down. And once it's feeling good, then you can go back to introducing exercise. Even if you're doing something like a job that requires you to lift, that's still going to inflame it. If you haven't rehabilitated your biceps tendon, it's going to be really hard to get it back to a point where it's not inflamed if you're not being intentional about rehabilitating it. So not using it, letting the inflammation calm down, and then rehab is just really annoying, usually incredibly lightweight, eccentric focused movements that help restructure. They've done studies where the eccentric movement especially, so for your biceps, that would be the lengthening portion. If you haven't figured it out by the channel name by now, I know most of you have. But it's essentially that stretching portion restructures the tendons and starts to rebuild those in a way that will allow it to be strong without having the inflammatory response. So, man, that was long-winded. That's a great question, though. Pineapples. All right, let me catch up here. Florida's a great state. I always go to Miami Beach, Miami, and it's beautiful there. All right, Hades, I'm with it. Pineapple is the best. And barbecue sauce is delicious on a burger, impossible burger for me. Yeah, that sounds awesome. John, welcome to the stream. Elbow tendonitis, do you have any advice for that? I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. Your elbows, in some cases, almost everybody's elbow tendonitis is going to be their triceps tendon, not their, the biceps insertion point. So your bicep is the tendon inserts across your joint into your either radius or ulna. And your triceps tendon is going to do the same thing on the other side. And it seems like almost everybody that has elbow tendonitis, it's from some extension movement where you can where the tendon goes to insert. For me, I have triceps tendonitis, and it's on the long head. So this is the short head of the tricep. I know, let's do this side because the contrast is better. This is the short head. This is the long head, and I have tendonitis in the tendon that runs down into my elbow there. Lateral and radial radius inflammation. Yep, tennis elbow and golfer's elbow. So you have it running from your actual the radius into your elbow. Is that what you're saying? Squidward tentacles. I'm sorry to hear that, man. So yeah, John, it's it's going to be a lot of the same stuff. A physiotherapist is your best bet. I'm not a doctor or a physiotherapist. I definitely don't play one on TV. So the official advice is better, but generally it's going to be reducing the inflammation and then doing a lot of eccentric control, some isometric. If you don't know the difference, probably something good to look up. Eccentric is tension under lengthening, concentric is tension under shortening, and isometric is tension without moving, essentially. And so, doing that eccentric movement for you, it would probably be wrist articulation because that's going to affect, your forearm muscles are articulated by the tendons that insert into your wrist and your hand bones and into your elbow. And so for you, it's probably going to be some eccentric related, I would use bands typically, eccentric related movements to try to rehab that. Really, 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 really want to bring down the inflammation and then start really slow. It takes a long time. All right. Cool. Some physios are useless. Yeah, no, that's for sure. I got lucky. I did rehab on my right rotator cuff and my biceps tendon. Yeah, I put that one in timeout, Zach. So I rehabbed sort of both at the same time, and I had a really great physiotherapist. He was awesome. Really helped, but I will say the process to get rehab really sucks. It just takes a long time. You have to be really patient, and it is what it is. All right, I'm gonna do. Let me get set up for some deficit push-ups. I really can't do much else for my chest. I tried flies recently, and that really aggravated my rotator cuff. So, gonna avoid that. Because you have the knowledge, you were able to rehab it successfully. Yeah, I mean, I'm really grateful for people passing on the knowledge to me to be able to do that. So, one of the ones that helped the most, ironically, was let me see if I can position you guys down here. This is for rotator cuff specifically, but this would be an isometric rehabilitation. But it really helped to strengthen my rotator cuff, and it was literally just laying on the ground. Your rotator cuff, if I'm using this arm, externally rotates your arm. This is internal rotation. This is external rotation. Well, technically, hi, hi. I know. I'm laying on the ground. This is your domain. Appreciate it. Yep. Okay. Are you done? Okay. Let's be done. All right. You good? Right in the mouth. Okay. Let's try that again. No, 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 no. All right. Sorry. External rotation, internal rotation. This is adduction. This is abduction. Anyways, so I'm trying to abduct my arm into the floor as hard as I can. So you push, push, push for like 10 seconds, and it hurts really bad. But it's activating the rotator cuff in an isometric contraction. So there you go. Must feel great going to your own gym after using the hotel's one. Yes, except man, the hotel gym is air conditioned, so I don't miss it. He wants what you get at the week. Ah, my goodness. Hey. Come here. Come here. Nice. Zach, my dog's name is Samantha. Zach, I do like to swim. I love to swim. I'm not very good at it though. Not in terms of competitive swimming or anything like that. Let me grab some dumbbells quick. Do you like to swim? Ugh. All right. Hi. 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 I don't want to be licked in the mouth. That's gross. 25 votes for Florida. 68% saying there's a worse state in the union. Cool. Dope. I love your guitar playing. It's amazing. Thanks, Mass. I appreciate that. I did 2 guitar streams. What was it? Two nights ago. Yeah, I did a couple recently. And I usually do it on the weekends. So maybe Friday night. We'll see. I love to go to the pool, but I don't have anyone to go with at the moment. I still don't want to. Yeah, that's a good cardio exercise, that's for sure. I'm a skilled swimmer. I took classes on it at an advanced level for my age. Who's Louise? How did we get Louise? Huh? Huh? Tell me. Are you Louise? Your name's not Louise. She's like, bro, my name's not Louise. Mm-mm. If you haven't liked the stream yet, please like it. My dog is staring at me like she doesn't know what's going on, even though she's here every day with me. That's what she does. Oh, well. Yeah, whatever. All right. You have to lay right there? Is that necessary? No. Let's All right. Sorry, kiddo. The goal here, again, because I can feel my shoulder. It doesn't feel great, but I'm working with the best I got here. I'm a little bit crooked here, though. The goal here is to get a good stretch all the way down, pause at the bottom, and a nice contraction up. I'm not trying to wait at the top. We're trying to get the muscle to overload, not to make the workout easy. All right, we'll do that for the first warm up. So yeah, at any time, the broadcast is for follow up. I'm not sure what you mean, Tala. Do you think you're worsening your shoulder bicep tendonitis? I know for a fact that I am progressing my rotator cuff tendonitis on the left side. It's bad enough. It was bad enough 8 weeks ago when I injured it, where, like I said, I'm a side sleeper. It's incredibly painful to sleep with this arm under my head because then the weight of the bed pushes my arm into this adducted position, which really hurts. So that has decreased quite a bit. I would say I'm probably about 60 to 75% pain free. It's just, I can do all my other exercises except chest exercises are the ones that I have to be really, really careful of, which kind of crushes my soul. I won't lie, because if I had a spirit lift, it would have been bench press. So we're on the same time zone. Are we? Cool. Best to sleep on your back. I'm a tummy side sleeper, which is the worst. I think tummy sleepers have a pathological condition somewhere in their skulls. I don't understand it. It's like, are you trying to suffocate yourself? I don't get it. You need to explain this to me, because I have several friends who insist on tummy sleeping, and I'm like, bro, I don't get it. I do not get it. All right, here we go. Another thing is, if you feel something tweak while you're working out, don't just push through it. If you're in here for the long term, if you want to be lifting for years, if you want to be healthy for decades, don't just be like, oh yeah, that hurt, but I guess it's okay. Like, it's not. Probably stop. This feels pretty good. Ugh. 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 All right. You what? I have pathological condition. Yes, for belly sleeping. I think all belly sleepers have pathological conditions. I feel comfortable, like I'm hugging the pillow. So, what do you do with your face? Like, I mean, I feel like if I turn my head to sleep, do you sleep with your arms at your sides, up above your head? I've every once in a while fallen asleep on my belly with my arms up, and literally every time, both my arms fall asleep. So then I have to do like the dead animal wiggle to try to get my arms freed and circulating again. So I don't get it. Props to you for being able to sleep that way, but that is not for me. That's for sure. Face is on the side, but I wake up with a stiff neck. Yeah, that's that checks out. If you're chilling in the stream, double tap the screen for me. That'd be awesome. I've been told that likes the stream by Zach here, so I hope he's right. Only been streaming for about a week, a little over a week, chilling out with my dog. At least like the stream for her. Like, she's a trooper, you know. You got something in your eye. Hi. She's the best. I have 8 likes so far. From my end, it looks like 12. Unless that just changed. Maybe it just changed because I asked. But we have 28 votes. and 12 likes. All right. Oh, it says 12. Cool. I am eating salmon. I'm very excited. I make a killer cast iron skillet salmon. It's probably my favorite dish slash maybe my best dish, maybe. Um, yeah. So, oh yeah, I eat salmon usually about once a week, typically. If I'm uh, if I'm not having salmon, it's either going to be chicken or whitefish. Occasionally steak, but not very often. Maybe once a month, some red meat. Not out of a health conscious anything. Mostly just price and willingness to cook it. So, what do you guys like to eat? Salmon is so good. Yeah, I agree, Hades. We tried acupuncture for your tendonitis. I've never tried acupuncture. Growing up, my mom did it for some chronic pain issues. I was present for one of the sessions, and yeah, I don't know. That's very interesting practice, to say the least. All right. Whoops! I accidentally rolled the dumbbells out. It's even harder. Nope. 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 Whew. All right. You guys give me your top three meals that you like. Put them in the chat. One, two, and three, or maybe food groups. I guess maybe instead of a whole meal. This section is taking a lot out of you. You feel most challenging so far for you. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't have a particularly strong chest, so I always struggle to make sure that my chest stays activated instead of getting my triceps and my front delts engaged, because you can push a lot with your front delts unless you're retracted. Keep your scapulas retracted, and then pushing, instead of pushing like this, keep them retracted and push like that. It's psychologically demanding for me for sure. Loving sweet potatoes. Jason, I'm with you. I'm with you. Vegan enchiladas, 2 tofu, and 3 eggplant. Nice. That's awesome. You know, believe it or not, I had tofu for the first time last year at a Thai place. It was really good. I liked it. Beef, chicken, mac and cheese. Nice. I've only had eggplants a few times. Not a lot. Beef, chicken, mac and cheese sounds really good right now. I am out of my cut. I did a 6-week cut recently and dropped about 8 pounds. And That was like a 700 to 900 calorie deficit every day for 6 weeks, which was really difficult for me. Some people maybe not so much, but Ryan, Florida Coke State. I figured this would interesting. Um, but what was I going to say? Oh, because I'm off of the cut, there's a lot more margin in my calories these days. Um, and so I had Buffalo Wild Wings last night, which I was so excited about. Top meals are chili con carne on sweet potato. That sounds so British. Southern fried chicken does not sound British with loaded chips with cheese sauce, Cajun spice and ranch, and a hot Indian curry with basmati rice and cheese naan. Man, that all sounds amazing. I could go for some of that right about now. Used to love Wingstop. Yeah, still like their corn. Nice. I gotta try Wingstop at some point. I have not heard of chili con carne. That's obviously with steak, but yeah, cool. Man, those are some good dishes. That sounds really amazing. If you haven't liked the stream yet, go ahead, just double tap the screen. We're just in here chilling. Gonna get one more set of deficit push-ups in, and then the last thing we'll do is, I think, lat prayers. I don't know. Maybe we should do a poll. Should I do lat prayers or low rows? Low rows are the ones where you put your feet on the plate. I got a machine back there. Put your feet on the plate, and you're rowing this way. Lat prayers are the ones where you stand up and you essentially push down, bend over and push down. They're both for the lats, more or less, but yeah. Gonna work legs today, I think. Sweet. You're not working that with soccer practice? That's awesome. All right, let's get one more set in and then knock out some back, and then we'll be done. And all of this food talk is making me hungry. Chili con carne is basically minced with spices, tomatoes, all slow cooked with melted cheese. That sounds good. That sounds really good. I wish that was waiting for me at the end of this workout. Massive carb blast. All right, let's get into it. That feels better. All right. All right, that is it for chest. Jason, any music anytime soon? Yeah, I think either tomorrow night or Friday night. I got I'm doing a an all night smoke on my smoker out here for a big party I'm having on Saturday. Um, and so I'm going to be up all night Friday night. So maybe I'll do a stream Friday. Um, yeah, I think I'm going to plan for Friday. Bust out the guitar again. I think what I'm going to do, because I'm going to be out smoking the meat, is I'll bring my amp out, like I was talking about on the last stream. I'll bring my amp out and get everything hooked up so I can play some electric, um, and just have a good time. You can do a lot more stuff. I play a lot more electric these days than anything else. So I just like the acoustic because it's simple. It's just a piece of wood and some strings, and bust it out and start rolling with it. There's very good push-ups. You had really good depth there. Thank you. That's the goal. I feel like rolling the dumbbells together helped. It was a little bit harder, but getting the depth in, appreciate that. So observant. I try though. Who's invited you to a party? All kinds of people. I'm not a big party person. I usually have pretty chill parties. Um, and very rarely. So a bunch of my friends. Um, if you found Louise, whoever she is, tell her she's invited. Not a party type, but I'd visit your party, Jess. Appreciate that. Um, yeah, like I said, I prefer the chill parties. There's no raves going on at that place. I have a small smoker. It's 700 pounds. That is not small. I don't know how much mine weighs, but it's a offset pellet grill smoker. You guys are all invited. Lucia is not around anymore. Very strange behavior. Yeah. Well, you kind of scared her off. Like literally, she joined. Her name's not Louise, by the way. She joined, and then all of you guys were like, "You guys should get married." That was loud. You guys should get married. It hasn't been back since. All right. Let me. Whoa. Sorry. Are you sick yet? I think we're gonna do lap prayers. Oh, let me clean up my dumbbells first. If you're chilling, see we got 10 people in here. We got a good crew. Like the stream if you would. Just been hanging out. Did biceps, supersetted with triceps, and we did cross body lateral raises. Just got done with some deficit push-ups, and now we're rolling into the last thing for the back. We only requested for a joint yoga class. Yeah. Uh-huh. That way I don't have to bend down anymore. So 71% of people don't think Florida's the worst. Congratulations, Florida, you dodged a bullet. All right, let's do a new one. Pick my next exercise. Low row, flat prayers. All right, I need you guys to vote, please. What am I wearing to the party? I have like this, like a dragon suit. Why is this thing falling on me? I have this like dragon suit, and I was thinking about wearing it. Just because I'm the host and everything. Be kind of cool. Alternatively, I could just go with the Iron Ranger Red Wings with gray jeans and some dark top as a more conservative approach. Maybe that should have been the poll thing instead. What should I wear to my party on Saturday? Oh, we got 4 votes. Cool. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Low row. Okay, we got 3 for low row. Evil scientist dress up. Nice. I'll have to do that for Halloween. I was going to go last year. I had a thought, went to a Halloween party and wanted to go as Eddie. Oh man, what was his name? From Stranger Things 4, the Master of Puppets guy. Damn, what was his name? Eddie. Was his name Eddie? I don't know. One of you guys will know. What was the guy's name that played Master of Puppets on top of the trailer in Stranger Things 4? No. Eddie Munson? Is that it? If you haven't seen Stranger Things 4, go binge it. Like, I'm not even the biggest fan of sci-fi, but Stranger Things season 4 is some of like the best TV I've ever seen, especially the scenes where they use Kate Bush's running up that hill with Max. Absolutely psychotic. Just amazing. All right. 4 votes. We got 3, 4 low row, and 1 for lat prayer. All right. Yeah, so neither really aggravate my tendonitis that much. Maybe the low row technically because I'm rowing to just above my chest, and so that's more upper back muscles. But I don't usually have an issue with the low row aggravating my tendonitis, so not a huge deal. All right, let me get set up here. What do you guys? What would you prefer? Should I shoot this from the side? I don't know. I haven't shot this way before. It looks really chaotic because the mirror is, yeah, you get it. Let me get this set up. Cool. Love the gym. Appreciate it, man. Well, I know Hades waiting for season 5. It's so good. All right. I don't know. Should I shoot? I don't know how to do this. All right. We're going to figure it out. Yeah, I will give full details. Give me a second, Naz. Here, let me do this. I'll be right back. I promise. I'm not trying to ice you guys out here. I'm just trying to get set up. The dog rejoined. I'm trying not to give you guys motion sickness here. All right, let's see if this works. Yeah, staring right at the cross member. Hi. All right, we're getting there. Okay, big piece of steel, and now you can see all of my nasty DIY stuff. I have not at all thought about how to shoot this exercise at all. All right. Um, can I live without my fridge? I mean, probably. It'd be unfortunately difficult, or more difficult than I'd prefer. Let me close this door 1 sec. Coming in. Come on, go, go. All right. Could I live without my fridge? Yeah, probably. But where did my straps go? One of these times I'll be organized enough. Your fringe hair, not fridge. Can you live without your fringe? That's funny. I've never heard that. Yeah, I mean, hair is absolutely not necessary to life as far as I know. It's certainly not necessary to mine. And I just got a haircut. So I actually considered I was working in a town that is essentially all Marines, and so because of that, they had places to buy motorcycles, places that you can use your imagination for that Marines might want to visit for entertainment purposes. That's not necessarily safe for work to mention on a stream. I'm sure you can figure that one out. And then barbershops, and I came that close to going and getting a military cut last week. But I didn't. I decided to go more reasonable. Yeah, so the gym setup before I get into the low rows here, Naz. So, preface, it's taken me 7 years to accumulate the money, the funds to buy my gym equipment. So it doesn't happen overnight. It's a long, long way. I started with really basic gear, literally 2 pairs of dumbbells I bought in 2017. And I had that in my apartment. And I bought a Walmart bench for like $40, I think. Um, and so that's what I worked with for a long time. And then after I moved, I got my first power rack, which is this thing. Um, but it was the the cheap version of it, essentially. Um, that cost me $300, I think, plus the weights, which were another, I think, about 350 maybe for a set of 275 pounds, which is two 45s, two 35s, two 25s, two 10s, two fives, and two and a halves. That was a mouthful. Um, so that's how I started. So all in all, like for a really decent setup, the power rack, the weight plates, barbell, J cups kind of to outfit the rack, and dumbbells and a bench. I was probably in about, I want to say maybe a little less than $1,000, something like that. Um, and then about a year ago, I bought the functional trainer. That was $2,000. That's a pretty nice one, and it's gonna more than likely outlast me. I also take care of my things. That's, my cars. I do my work on my cars by myself, and I like to maintain my things. So I'll do repairs on that if needed. But I'll get so many years out of that. So about a year ago, I bought that. That was $2,000, and then I just upgraded my power rack to this, which is the nicer version of the one I had before. So I bought the version that has weight storage on the back, has plates all down the back. I bought an extra set of plates a couple weeks ago so I could have 2 plates for each side. It was a lot easier for doing barbell stuff. I got the low row attachment and the lat pull down, so that's a cable machine behind this. Part of the reason I did that, even though I have a cable machine, is because I can use these cross members. You can't see them, but I took them off the leg rollers to cinch into the leg rollers so I can pull more weight. That was only 80 pounds, and so I could max that stack out. And so I wanted more weight. So that's a plate loaded cable machine, so I can lock in my legs and pull more weight that way. And then the low row, same thing here. I can't really do a low row over there, and I love the exercise low row personally. Um, and this cost me, this was the most expensive. I just got it about a month and a half ago for, man, all in all, like all the extra weights, all the accessories, and the lat and low row attachment. It was what, just under $3,000, I think, something like that. So yes, it's expensive. I probably have about a little bit less than $6,000. I also have a plyo box. Oh, and then I upgraded my benches. I got rid of my $40 Walmart bench and bought a flat bench that stays here all the time, and then an adjustable bench. And those were not cheap. I kind of cried a little when I bought those. But again, those things will outlast me. I want to say that bench was 200, and the adjustable one was about 350, maybe. So that really hurt for some reason. But yeah, I mean, they're kind of outfitted for a garage gym. I have limited space here. And so they both stand up and take up a very small amount of space. They really roll around, and they'll last forever. So anyways, that is my spiel. So probably about $6,000 all in all, to get outfitted. And I can do pretty much anything I could ever want to do in here, including the Olympic lifts. And these are my spotter arms, so I can do all my lifts alone here, which is what I do. Got a mini fridge in my room. Nice. What do you stock in your mini fridge, Hades? I finally got my fiance to break. He said, after I complete my current 3 majors, then we'll talk about having another major. Oh, nice. Great gym is worth it. Would you ever make your gym a public use gym, like rent it out or make money? Yeah, so I've thought about it, Naz. I can't remember. I'm not sure if you were on the stream or not earlier. But I I have considered the possibility that down the road I could do a side gig of personal training, but I do not have anywhere near enough uh, experience weightlifting to do that. Currently, I've only been doing it for about a year, and so I'm not comfortable telling people that I'm a professional and I can help them until I have several years under my belt doing this. And so, yes, definitely. Damn it. Sorry, I forgot to pull my thing out here. There we go. So yes, I would definitely consider. I wouldn't really rent it out. I would offer to do personal training and let people use my gym for such purpose as personal training. So, all right, let's get a warm up set in here. The goal here is I come forward a little bit, get a good stretch in, and then I row to about my belly button, nice and slow. Let the shoulder blades track forward, pull it all the way back. Even though I'm not pulling a ton of weight here, I do like to use straps because then you can really target your back. Like I don't really have to hold on to this. It kind of holds on to itself. Um, and so I can spend all of my energy focused on using my back muscles and not my grip strength giving out. My biceps will kind of gas out eventually on this lift, but I get a pretty good back stimulus out of it. All right, that's a good warm up. All right, you look high tech, doesn't look cheap. Yeah, show you eccentric setting or something. Lab gym, I like it. Lab gym. Um, yeah, I like that. Maybe I'll have to start putting up decals. I was thinking because that wall behind us that you guys have seen so much is really ugly. Um, haven't painted it, haven't mudded or anything. I was thinking maybe I just like reclaim a bunch of pallets that people are throwing out. Could get them for free, disassemble them, and then do a giant pallet wall and maybe stain it like a gray, kind of do a gray stain. I think that'd look kind of cool in here. I don't know. What do you guys think? 80% says low row. Cool. All right, I'm gonna keep this weight on. What is this? We got 25s, 10s. This is only an 80-pound row. So we'll roll with this for the last warm up, and then we'll get into a working set. Hey. All right. All right. I'm going to put a little bit more weight on, and then we'll get the working sets in. Just putting 20 more on. We'll get it rolling. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes I can procrastinate, to be honest. I mean, my bathroom is currently subfloor and walls, and there are holes in the subfloor where I've cut it out to reroute plumbing, and I haven't made progress on that for about what 2 weeks. So kind of procrastinating that. If I put my mind to it, sure, yeah, absolutely. Um, it's just a matter of putting my mind to it, you know. Okay, there we go. Ooh, 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 hey, ooh, hey, ah, hey. There we go. Love or career first? Depends on what you mean. Um, love generally, or uh, love like romance slash relationship? Because I think love generally is applied to all areas of your life, probably. Um, so you can love your relationships or your career or family members that annoy you or any number of things. So um, if you mean relationships or career, relationships will always come first, no matter what. Romantic love, come and stop being complicated. I'm not trying to be complicated. I'm trying to make sure I understand your question. Um, romantic love. Yeah, I mean that always comes first. Um, I had um, an opportunity coming out of school to do a job I thought I wanted to do really bad, and because of a relationship I was in at the time, um, I got a job offer from the place, but it would have taken me. Oh, ooh, look, we got a message helpful review. Do you love it? Yeah. All right. The little automatic catch worked. Golden Samurai, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Anyways, it was a pretty cool job working for a government agency, but it would have been a ton of travel and potentially pretty dangerous. And so I said no. Looking back, was it the right decision? I can unequivocally say that it was one of the best decisions of my life. Um, I have no regrets about saying no to that. It was not in the science field, and I wouldn't be where I am today without saying no. But I'm also not like this hopeless romantic where it's like, oh, it's, all the decisions make us who we are. It's like, that's true, but the decisions you decided against would have also made you a different person too. So there's good and bad. You just have to weigh, you know, the pros and cons of those things and do what you can to make the best decision you can. Golden Samurai, I will get to your question momentarily. Let me get this next set in. We got 2 more sets of back to do. And then I'm going to put this workout to bed. I got to drop the weight. Come on. Hey. There we go. Drop the weight for the next one. Like a true scientist, you weigh the pros and the cons. Yes. I mean, you have to. People do it without realizing it. Yeah. So, no regrets, as the tattoo always says. Golden Samurai. So I do not do any dedicated core exercises at all whatsoever. Um, I'm not saying I recommend that generally, um, but people mistakenly think that doing core exercises will get them abs, and they're partially right, but almost completely wrong. And by that I mean the way in which they're right is if they're training their abs for hypertrophy, they might get better abs. They will get better abs, actually. If you hypertrophy your abs, they'll stick out a little bit more and you'll have better abs. Um, they'll look more defined. So the connective tissue in between the abs will stay the same. The actual abdominal, rectus abdominis, that muscle will hypertrophy and stick out a little bit more. And so you'll look like you have better abs. The misconception comes in when people that are maybe a little bit higher body fat percentage think that by doing core exercises, they're going to get abs when they have generalized fat deposition all over their body. And in that case, you're not going to get abs. I'm not saying that is you, but that's one of the kind of um, the common misconception is that by doing exercises, you're going to get abs. The only way to get abs, everyone has them, is to be lean enough to get them to show. And then you can kind of help accentuate them by doing core exercises. Um, I'm lean enough to have visible abs, and I just don't do ab exercises. Maybe one day I will. I would like to get into Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, in which case a lot of core strength would be really helpful. So I would probably introduce ab training then. Can you tell us what is the science behind ice packs and the use of inflammation of muscles? Um, so I could tell you what I thought it was a year ago, and that would be the conventional wisdom, which is um, ice cold does something called vasodilation, or vasoconstriction. Sorry, that's the opposite. Vasodilation, like your eyes dilate, your pupils dilate, that's getting bigger. Um, Vasoconstriction is the blood vessels get smaller, they shrink. And they thought that icing an area by vasoconstricting somehow reduces the inflammation. And if I remember correctly, I have not read the studies myself, so I would need to do a little research on this. But if I remember correctly, um, the recent research is that icing a particular area that's inflamed only has marginal effect. And so it may be helpful to an extent, but it's probably not the cure all that our parents told us that it was. You know, you bumped your elbow and they're like, oh, put some ice on it, that'll fix it. It's like, it's probably not that, more than likely. So, on a molecular level, I'm not sure that I could tell you um, what they claimed ice did when, other than the fact that it vasoconstricts your capillaries and arteries, mostly your capillaries, because you're not going to have like a whole crap ton of arteries hanging out there. Ooh, that sounded good. Gross. All right, let's get this last set in, and then we'll have a farewell for this one. Golden Samurai, I hope that helped. I can give you some ab exercises if you're looking for hypertrophy that are probably best, um, if that's what you're looking for. Ooh, I forgot to drop the weight. Oh well. Ooh, hey. Ooh, ooh. Just got to pour it out on the last one here. We're going to do lengthened partials. When I can't pull all the way to me, oh, we're getting close. I'm going to keep pulling until I can barely pull anymore. Uh, 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 these are the lengthened partials. Uh, they hurt. Uh, That is it. Oh, that's my dog freaking out. Yeah, yes. Research showed icing and heat packs have no significant difference in the inflation. Yep. Yep. Unfortunately. Yeah, Golden. Appreciate the sub, man. Um, just out here doing some workouts and just having a nice dialogue usually. So, hey, why is my dog going crazy? Um, so, yeah, fat course. Don't give you abs. You need to be lean. Yep, that's true. Most guys, you won't be able to see your abs unless you're around, uh, yeah, give or take a couple percentage points, but around 15%. Um, women, I believe the typical thing is 7 to 9% higher than men in terms of body fat. So if a male bodybuilder steps on stage, usually he's stepping on stage around 5 to 7% body fat, which is incredibly low. And then female bodybuilders will be 7 to 9%. Above that, a lot of those are hormonal reasons. But yes, you need to um, be lean enough to show your abs. Maybe you'll show us your 1/4 abs you have hiding about. What is a 1/4 ab? I don't know what that is. My dog is still screaming for some reason. All right. Well, that was a good workout. Appreciate you guys joining. Naz, always appreciate the thoughtful questions, like the dialogue back and forth. And to the rest of you, I'm in my late 20s, Naz. To the rest of you, chilling out, hanging out. We're getting thin at this point, but appreciate you joining and liking the stream. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your, what is it, Wednesday? Is it Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday. And have a fantastic rest of your week. I think, let me see here. Loyal subscriber, not only a shit stir. Nice. Yes, I know. I know. Appreciate it. I will plan on doing a guitar stream on Friday night. Get another workout stream in tomorrow. Wow, we might double stream on Friday, actually. Depends on what I feel like working out. Tomorrow's going to be legs again, probably around the same time. And then Friday, see if we can get a nice chill guitar stream in with the electric guitar this time. And should be a good time. So appreciate you guys. Make sure you have plenty of romantic tunes on Friday. Duly noted. Got it. Thanks, guys. All right. See you guys next time.